You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
Some grocery shop, it go by faster.
I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you.
I would take a third job. I have 2 jobs. I would take a third job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching that you don't have?
And coming for black women, no. You just make yourself look stupid. She got SNAP, EBT, and a degree, ho.
All right, y'all. So Katt Williams is trending again.
Who gave him that mic, boy?
And this time, it's not for exposing the industry or roasting another comedian. Instead, he's clapping back at white Karens who are out here celebrating that black women are losing food stamps. Ever since news broke that Trump is cutting federal food aid, social media has been flooded with videos of Karens saying things like, "Good, get a job," and "I don't want to pay for your kids." And they almost always pair it with a video of a black woman talking about food stamps.
I don't want to see nobody on here complaining about food stamps that was posting beach pictures and new tattoos all summer, okay? Thank you.
But here's the truth about food aid benefits.
Listen up. Here's the truth about SNAP benefits, food aid, EBT, and all that. Here's the truth. Check it out. Y'all ready for these statistics? Let's get it.
That these Karens don't understand. First of all, most recipients of SNAP are white. And beyond that, food insecurity doesn't just affect people receiving SNAP. It's a nationwide problem. SNAP helps millions of Americans across racial and economic lines, including seniors, children, disabled people, veterans, and working families who simply don't make enough to cover groceries and rent. So let's break down what's really happening and why black families are again being demonized and why Katt Williams is going off.
1 in 8 Americans rely on SNAP benefits, and tonight there is mounting worry for them. They might not be able to afford food with money running out 1 week from today.
All right, so here's the situation. Starting in November 2025, millions of Americans will lose their SNAP benefits, the program that most people call food stamps. Why? Well, because the federal government is still in a shutdown and Congress hasn't approved funding for SNAP. And the U.S. Department of Agriculture claims they cannot legally issue benefits for November without congressional approval. Except that's not true. What the Republicans are not telling you is that they could legally use emergency funds for SNAP even during a shutdown. They're just choosing not to. In fact, USDA's official shutdown plan says it is guaranteed that benefits funds are available for program operations even in the event of a government shutdown. But let's talk.
Y'all hear that? There's funds on reserve for people that's in need, for people that is starving. I'm telling you, United States is one of the wealthiest countries, or if not the wealthiest country. Bruh, don't let them fool y'all. They got the bread to give you the food. They're running tests. That's what's going on.
Talk about what this actually means for people in the real world, because those in Congress are not going to be the ones going hungry this holiday season, whether they're Democrat or Republican. So SNAP supports 42 million Americans, which is about 1 in 8 people in the country. And most people who receive SNAP are children.
Why don't these people on SNAP just work? I don't understand. My guy, most of the people who are on SNAP are children. According to 2023 fiscal analysis, it made up 39% of the people on SNAP. That's 12 million children.
And then another thing that
Did y'all know that? The most people that's on SNAP are children.
a lot of people don't understand is that food insecurity isn't just a personal problem. It's a national crisis that affects everyone, even if you personally don't receive SNAP. When millions of Americans can't access enough food, it doesn't just hurt the families going hungry. It hits the entire economy. Children who skip meals struggle in school, which affects future workforce productivity. Adults who can't afford proper nutrition are more likely to get sick, increasing healthcare costs for everyone. Local businesses lose revenue when people can't spend on groceries, so they're forced to raise prices. Meanwhile, food banks struggle to fill the gaps. And it's not like we don't have resources to solve this issue. 47.4 million Americans, including 13.8 million children, are food insecure. Meanwhile, 902 American billionaires are now worth $6.8 trillion combined. So this isn't an issue of resources. It's the ever-expanding wealth inequality.
The U.S. is one of the wealthiest nations in the world. It ranks first based on total GDP and seventh based on GDP per capita. Yet when it comes to food security, America ranks 22nd among developed countries. 33.
But they always gonna try to figure out a way to blame black people. No, you need to get to work. Oh no, you need to get to work. Oh, but now you ignore statistics. I'm telling you, there's people that have a hatred in there. It's a perpetual hatred, meaning it's ongoing. You can't remove that hatred from some of these people's heart, yo.
8 million Americans didn't have adequate access to food, according to the latest report from the USDA. That's 13.5 million, or 10.2% of all U.S. households in 2021.
I'd literally stand on 2nd Avenue at 4 o'clock in the morning and go around behind the restaurants and wait for the bakeries to deliver bread. When you're that hungry to steal bread from the restaurants behind the stores, you're hungry.
And again, SNAP serves a racially and economically diverse population. In fact, according to the Food Research and Action Center, about 37% of SNAP recipients are white, 26% are black, and the rest are Hispanic, Asian, Native American.
37% of recipients who receive the SNAP is white. African Americans only make up 26%. We got to know this because it'd be people out there, you got to just shoot it at them. No, it's y'all. It's not us.
Or multiracial. But when you see those fake videos of someone complaining about not getting SNAP, 9 times out of 10, it's an AI black woman because they know you'll believe it and get angry.
They cutting our food stamps off next week. And that's the only way I've been able to keep the kids fed and the lights on. Y'all see that sign behind me? If they really take it, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do but go in there and grab what we need. People keep telling me to go apply something.
So what we just saw was an example of an AI video that's going viral right now. And there are millions of others just like that. This is why the social media reactions are getting so toxic. You have white Karens out here celebrating that black women are losing food stamps while completely ignoring the fact that most recipients are poor whites. One woman on TikTok went viral after posting this ignorant video about food stamps. And people were chewing her up in the comments so bad that she deleted it in the end.
This message is for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What'd you do?
While she eating her little meal.
Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage? By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November. Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal.
Your meal? Your Thanksgiving meal? Man, be quiet. You don't know nothing about no food. You don't know nothing about no food. With your little rice cakes and shit. Don't nobody eat that bullshit.
I know a lot of food pantries hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving. All the sides and trimmings too. Lots of food pantries.
And look how she snapped her food pantries, little meals. Boy, I feel sorry for her damn taste buds. Ain't never had no barbecue a day in her damn life. Don't know what a good turkey leg tastes like. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what a good, you know what I mean? You don't know about, I feel bad for your little taste buds. Look, how she snapped her neck.
Lots of food pantries. You better figure it out. I'm sick of hearing you complain, honestly. You ever have this as a meal? I'm eating peanut butter and butter on toast.
No, we don't want that.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
You should try it.
You gonna give me a syrup sandwich over that bullshit right there.
And not for nothing, I saw this woman that said she was getting $1,100 a month in food stamps. Do you know how long I could make $1,100 in food stamps last in this house?
And I just heard a white woman say she had $4,500 a month in food stamps. Remember yesterday we reacted to that? Yeah, $4,500.
There's 2 of us, but I do have my son over every once in a while, or my daughters over once in a while to eat. I feed them too, and we always got food in our house, no matter what. I would take a 3rd job. I have 2 jobs. I would take a 3rd job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching that you don't have any money in your food stamps account?
Well, I don't know, Sarah Meth. Perhaps they spent October's food stamps in October? Like, what the? George Bush, you will pay for your crimes because these children should...
Get her, sis. I knew what I said. Hey, get her, sis. You know when the sisters could do something like that, it's a wrap. You're done. You're done.
Have been left behind, but unfortunately, they weren't. And now they're adults with access to the internet and total use of free will. I'm going to start calling this the J-Lo theory. Whenever you give people full unmonitored access to something, whether it be a mic, a phone, social media, whatever it is, and total use of free will, they will use that thing regardless of if it sounds good or if it makes a lick of sense. This is what Trump means when he says smart people don't like me, because what do you mean she made this video in regard to November food stamps, asking what people did with their October food stamps? If Johnny had 5 apples...
Now, the good side of social media is that there are a lot of people like journalist Torre who are...
I know Torre about to come. Hey, look, when you see somebody with that bookshelf in the back, you get ready to get cooked. Get ready to get cooked when you see that book, all these books. That means that's a lot of wisdom up there. You got to listen to people like this. Check this out.
Are trying to educate others that food aid getting cut is going to affect absolutely everyone, whether they receive SNAP or not.
Government assistance that brings out the racism in people. Most SNAP recipients are white women. Tree loves to give the white working class a sense of superiority over black people. Every dollar spent in the SNAP program leads to $1.50 returning to the economy. It also creates consumers out of people who, that helps everybody who works in the store, everybody who delivers to that store, everybody who relies on that store. Because if you subtract a significant portion of that store's consumers, a significant portion of the consumers to the economy who happen to be working class people who are getting their money from SNAP, then the store will have to raise its prices. If you remove a bunch of consumers, the store will have to raise its prices. And that will make life harder for you, white lady. I know you think that black woman is just taking from you, but what she is inadvertently doing.
D.L. Hughley also went off on MAGA folks for spreading misinformation and posting ignorant videos claiming that food benefits getting cut will only affect black people.
So it isn't just hurting the people you want. More of you, more of his supporters, more people that wanted him to win, more people that are supportive of him will be hurt than other people. That word disproportionately ain't going to matter when you're freezing and cold. As a matter of fact, if the heating subsidies are not renewed and if SNAP benefits out there around Thanksgiving, there won't have been this many cold and hungry white people since the Pilgrims landed here.
And that lady looked like she ain't got no meat on her bones. She ain't got no meat. Her little toast, her little what she say that was? Mayonnaise toast? Oh, disgusting! But mayonnaise toast? What the fuck?
Since Plymouth Rock.
Mayonnaise toast.
And this time, ain't gonna be no Indians to bail you out.
And then there's Katt Williams. He clapped back at Karens who were mocking black women for using food stamps. And while he had to sneak a little joke in there, Katt reminded everyone that black women are not the ones who will suffer the most when food aid gets cut.
And coming for black women, no. You just make yourself look stupid. The black woman is the most educated person in the United States of America by 27%, bitch.
He's not lying. When you hear black people do a lot of inventions and stuff, you might as well include our black sisters as well. It's just that they didn't have any rights to do any patents or anything. They probably, gave it to the husband or something like that to give to the master and say, look, I invented this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, our sisters invented a lot of stuff too.
She got SNAP, EBT, and a degree, home.
Also, isn't it weird that when talking about issues like this, all these new channels always interview black people? This whole conversation around food stamps is just another example of what happens when racism takes hold. It convinces people to see enemies where there are allies, and that's how they end up voting against their own best interests. And of course, this is all by design. They know exactly what they're doing by posting those AI videos of black women complaining about food stamps. To give you another example, conservative lawyer Mike Davis, who was rumored to be one of Trump's candidates candidates for attorney general, literally tweeted this the other day. Quote, "We should only help people who can't help themselves. It's outrageous 40 million people get food stamps. Get off your fat ghetto ass. Get a job. Stop reproducing. Change your culture. Stop giving food stamps to immigrants. We don't want you here if you won't work." End quote. So, who do you think he's talking about? The term fat ghetto ass, that's pretty interesting.
What he mean, we don't want you here? It's not y'all land. Y'all took the land. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Change your culture? What culture is he referring to exactly? Well, we all know the answers to those questions. See, they love to throw in the word immigrant, but make no mistake, he's talking about American citizens. And the stop reproducing part, I bet you he identifies as pro-life too. You really can't make this up. Anyways, y'all, to wrap it up, I'll leave you with this post from an ex-user who wrote, quote, "Let November roll around and those poor white people don't get a SNAP check, and we'll find out how hungry you have to be to stop being racist." End quote. Well, let me know what you think about all this.
Dang. That is gonna get the hunger is gonna get the racists up out of them. God, y'all be careful with those AI videos. People are manipulating scenarios and situations to make you angry, and they not real. Like you might see an AI video of a kid getting arrested or something like that. Be careful. Understand. Every video that you see may not be real. So check yourself before you search online or before you start scrolling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But everything ain't what you perceive it to be, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Cash signing out. Going, y'all.